So, today's Saturday, the 8th, I think. I got one of my neighbors, he's strung out again on drugs, and he comes over here when he gets all, he's on meth, and he comes over here because he knows that he's safe right here. Ain't nobody can hurt him right here at my house. And I don't sugarcoat, man. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't do drugs, and I don't go around those that do drugs, and I keep my distance, man. Even if I do have a few elderly. You ever seen that movie, Drugstore Cowboy? If you ain't never seen it, man, go watch that movie. Because I see a lot of that movie in my life. Because of one fact in that show. Is that guy has an elderly man as a friend that's been doing drugs all his life and shooting up, and I have, by the grace of God, I haven't shot up since 2006. It was the last time I shot up, and it was a big one, and it landed me in jail because I was having some issues with a gang over there in Arizona. I had enough of it, but anyway, that's another chapter in the book. What I'm trying to get at, man, is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. All I can do is be the light right here in this neighborhood that I'm in, and I can literally walk in either direction on my street and get some meth, heroin, oxycontins, acid, pot, shrooms, whatever I want. I could go that way, or I could go that way. Or actually, I could go that way and that way. Every direction. And the only way that I have found to overcome and resist is by the power of God. I know that all my running buddies that drive by here, should I say, past running buddies, because you guys remember I was clean and sober for 3.5 years before I screwed up and got drunk, and now I'll have 6 months on the 18th of this month. I just see it as a hiccup, man, and I still feel like I've been doing better, better than not for the last 4 years, but let me tell you, man, you cannot make anybody do anything. You got to change people, places, and things. And if you aren't going to change some things, at least change the people that do certain things soberly, like riding motorcycles or whatever it is that you do, team rope or whatever kind of hobby or whatever that you do, and add yourself to the light. Surround yourself with light, with goodness and the fruits of the Spirit, And I wish I could just tell this guy, look, man, this is how it's done. You just go do it, that Bible back up and start reading again. All your answers are in there. All your solutions are in the pages of the Bible. I don't care what anybody thinks. For me, and I have a very, very, very addictive personality. There's days that it's easier than other days of resisting. But nonetheless, I resist it. You keep opening that door and those spirits are going to walk through it. They're just waiting for that door to open. Just a little crack. And boy, howdy, they got their hand on the knob and they're yanking it open. And I find this with every kind of sinful struggle that I have. Whether it be drugs and alcohol or anger issues or frustration or pornography or just thinking problems. And man, I got some thinking problems, you know. I got a thinking problem. It's always on my mind. You know the song, right? But ain't nobody been able to help me. God, me, when it comes to me. I could sit there and talk till they're blue in the face, man, and I'd let it go in one ear and out the other, and next thing you know, I'd be high again. And that's what I've seen with Christian over here. That's his name. His name's Christian. And he was doing good for about a month, man. He had gained some weight back, and actually hold a conversation. He was here 5 minutes ago, and I was, you know, trying to talk with him, man, and he's so high, you know, that he can't focus on nothing, and he I'm sure couldn't get away from the voices in his head, and I've been right there, man. You know, I've been stuck in my car, sitting on a side street somewhere, and couldn't go anywhere. You know, I couldn't even go home. I couldn't function, man, and I know how it is. I know how it is, man, to be on that, especially the meth. You know, and I've had an addiction to heroin and crack and meth and pot and alcohol and just getting in trouble and being around those type of people that do them things. It's all an addiction, even the addiction of the hustle. And I think, above all, I was addicted a lot to the hustle of, you know, take an 8-ball and turn it into a half pound. You know, and just having everybody around you, and you're the shit because you got the shit, you know. Yesterday I was out here working on this Ford, and Christian come by, you know, and I gave him, I was eating some of those cream cakes. I love those cream cakes, you know. So I gave him some. Right away, he asked me for a cigarette, you know. I gave him my cigarettes, man. I said, it's my crutch. And, you know, I'm leaning on it. But anyway, I was out there trying to work on this truck, and I have to bypass the smog system. So I bought a new pulley and everything to bypass the smog system. The 2 belts that I have for it, one's too long, one's too short, and I lean over and I tell him, I said, you know, resisting's not easy, man. You know, many times I have fell into that trap right there of not having the money that I need to get what I need. So I end up going out there and hustling drugs, you know, because I could make a lot of money real fast, and you know, I end up high every time. Even if I start out sober, I'll end up high every time, and just blow it out of the water, you know. Next thing you know, I'm back down to the 8-ball I started with, and then less and less, you know. and then you're getting fronts, and yeah, I know the whole gig, man. It's a terrible downward spiral, man. You just think you can spiral up, but you never do. You always end up spiraling down. No matter how far up you seem to spiral, you never get to the top of the wormhole. And if you do feel like you're on the top of the wormhole, oh boy, man, you better wake up then, because it's a hard fall then. Not gradual. And you'll lose everything. I have seen great businessmen and women alike have it all, have house and cars and toys, and their kids have everything, and lose it all. And today they're living out of a motorhome, you know. So yeah, you know, the Word of God is what's going to change you. If you're anything like me, that's what's going to change you. Prayer, fasting, an in-depth study, and asking and asking and asking and asking and asking for courage and strength to resist the temptations of the enemy, Satan. He wants you right there with nothing, especially without the Spirit of God in you. And he can take a spiritually filled man or woman and get you right back down to the bottom of that wormhole that quick. You guys be blessed. God over everything. Jesus is my King. Bye.